What is a dead giveaway that someone doesn't have as much money as they portray? There isn't a dead giveaway anymore. You got your Warren Buffett types driving 10-year-old sedans as well as billionaire show-offs and SPF fake billionaire show-offs. I just be cautious getting financially involved with anyone unless you do a background check and speak with some of their business partners. Even then, it's a risk. People can have money when you meet them but lose it with terrible investments or had it due to shady practices. Large logos on clothing accessories. Old money whispers their wealth wouldn't be caught dead brandishing loud or obnoxious logos. New money, the poor, flaunt what they have as loudly as possible to anyone who will listen or watch. Another dead giveaway is mannerisms, etiquette, verbal communication, physical presentation. The shoes. Wealthier people tend to wear very comfortable shoes because it's a luxury most people won't look at. A comfortable pair of business shoes isn't cheap, and may well be handmade, especially if they're made of anything but cow leather. Anyone can get a cheap suit, and a fake crotch, but you can't fake a $1,500 pair of shoes. I always find it funny when somebody just wears a Gucci belt and then like Walmart or H&M clothes. Like bruh, you just bought the least expensive thing in their catalog to try and look rich, but we can all tell that's exactly what you did. They share a plane and it is a turboprop. I knew a guy who everyone said was a billionaire. I immediately saw through the claim when I picked him up at the airport and he was on a timeshare King Air. He was rich, but not rich. When you see them selling random shit on Facebook Marketplace for $5 or less. Like, you act like you got money but you'll meet a strange in a Walmart parking lot to sell them your kids' slightly used sneakers for a few bucks? Simon. I know someone that lives as if they have money. They brag about the BMW they used to have and the Mercedes they currently have. Both were bought used with a ton of miles. They're not the high-end vehicles people would admire. They are telling Reddit how successful they are, as a way to convince people they know what they're talking about. Successful people, social or financial, aren't generally posting on Reddit when they post a picture of a wad of cash. That tells me 1. You do odd jobs, which is why you get cash instead of a check, or you sell drugs, and 2. That you also don't use a bank. They're very precise about how much each person owes when splitting the bill. No ballpark figures, you owe $18.78 for your ranchero burger and your share of the quesadilla app, when they pop champagne at the club and then get an Uber to go home to sleep on their mother's couch. Always remember an Uber driver telling me this story. I was a sugar baby for a while. If their clothes have visible name brands Gucci, Coach, whatever, they don't have half the money they think they do. If they claim to be an influencer, 99 of the time they came from money and are riding mom and dad's coattails while pretending to be important. Someone I knew never had a television, he had 50-inch plasma. As you can tell, I stopped talking to him a long time ago. Overinflate property to take out loans using them as collateral, then underreport its value to cheat on property tax. When they brag about earning 6 figures but don't specify how much it is, they're on the low end, like $100K a year. When they repeatedly tell you about it. Bonus points if they say they can't prove it because they're under IRS audit. Someone tells them the bill for whatever they're paying for and you can see the exact moment where their heart drops. They have fancy living room and dining room sets, but when you peek into their bedroom, it's thrift store variety. When they buy luxury brand things like Gucci and flaunt it. That's performative. Wealthy folks don't bother. I swear to God that this was just on the front page a couple days ago. Wasted no time resubmitting lol. Jewelry. I see them at the gas station in shitty cars. They live in a shitty place. Plenty jewelry. They'll always let you get the first round and then will disappear when it's their turn to buy. Nice house they claim to have had for a while, but no furniture or decor when you go inside. Always trying to wear brand name, and show and tell you about the brand name thing they got. Asks if you can spare a few dollars for a gallon of Jet A1 fuel for his Gulfstream G400. Constantly stating and comparing about how much things cost or they think it might cost. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. An expensive vehicle in the driveway and the house has wheels also. They use phrases like diamond hands and hold and naked options. Constantly talk about it. The more they talk, the less they have. When their monocle is just the bottom of a cup they found. They constantly tell you about all the money they have, making the minimum payments on a credit card each month. Everything is flash and new. Rich people don't spend it if they use the case for their phone. Source Succession. When the guy driving a BMW asks to borrow $50 for gas, their shoes. Broke ass folks wear worn, shitty shoes. When they always brag about how much money they have. Caring about how much money you look like you portray. An expensive lifestyle is a sign of debt, not wealth. Normally when they brag about how much they have lol.